On Friday, the 29th of September, the Super League playoffs in 2023 will begin. After one of the best Super League seasons in the summer era, these playoffs look to be the most entertaining and exciting ones yet, with each club having its own enthralling story to tell. So in this video, I'll go through each fixture, briefly analysing each team and giving my predictions. And after the grand final, I'll release a full season review on what has been a spectacular 2023 Super League season. If you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment to share your opinions on the Super League playoffs. As will be with all of these videos, the links to any photos and videos used will be at the bottom of the screen when shown. Enjoy the video. In the repeat of the Challenge Cup final at Wembley, Hull Kingston Rovers take on the Leigh Leopards at Craven Park. Hull KR had a very good season, but a mid-season wobble saw them fall from the top pack. However, a run of 5 consecutive wins at the end of the season, a run which began with a crucial 52-10 win over the Leopards, saw Rovers pit-plea to 4th, and importantly, a home eliminator. Craven Park under the lights with the atmosphere there can be a fortress. Kicking Supremo, Jordan Abdul has returned at the best possible time for Rovers, and with Super League's second highest ever try scorer in Ryan Hall, they certainly have the firepower. Centre Sean Kenny-Dow made the Super League dream team, and players like Mikey Lewis and Elliot Minchella have also had impressive seasons. The story of the Leigh Leopards has been remarkable, so much so that I'm making a separate video about it. But in short, they have made history. A newly promoted team from the Championship, they invested heavy, but well, in what is, let's not forget, a salary cap sport, and not only reached the playoffs, but beat Hull KR to win the Challenge Cup at Wembley. The man who got the winning point under the arch was Lachlan Lamb, who for me has been one of the best players this season in Super League. Leigh also have Super League's third highest ever try scorer in Josh Charnley, who after nearly retiring has bounced back this season and helped Leigh achieve the highest ever finish. Charnley made the Super League dream team along with his Leigh teammates Lachlan Lamb, Edwin Apape, Tom Amo and John Asiata. In terms of the game itself, I think this will be the closest playoff game, and one that could be decided in golden point extra time. Hull KR are on a high after snatching 4th place from Leigh in the last round of the season. They're probably slight favourites. However, I think Leigh will play with the anger of not only missing out on a home game, but the anger of Ollie Gildart's controversial no try which cost them 4th. I therefore think Leigh will edge this one and make the Super League playoffs semi-finals. It has been the drive for 5 for the Saints. Off the back of a 4th successive grand final victory in 2022 versus the Leeds Rhinos, Saints started 2023 by beating the NRL premiers, the Penrith Panthers, to be World Club champions. A remarkable achievement that then led to a slow start to the season. Despite this, you should never write off the Saints, and they can find themselves unlucky to not be in the top 2. St Helens have Jack Wellesby in the dream team and also have club legends like James Roby and Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook who will be leaving Saints at the end of the season wanting to go out on a high. Other players like Tommy Makinson and Johnny Lomax have been the usual top-class selves, and George Delaney has been one of the breakout stars in 2023. What started off as Warrington's year has ended up being one of turmoil and seen them limp home into the playoffs. This is despite starting the season with 8 consecutive wins, where at one point I thought a top 2 finish was guaranteed. However, a 7-game losing streak was a key contributor to the Wolves' demise that saw the end of Darryl Powell and nearly the end of the Wolves' Super League dreams. Paul Vaughan is impressed and made the Super League dream team, with Matty Nicholson and Josh Fewless being nominated for Young Player of the Year. Wolves have also recently seen the return of influential England captain George Williams, which should help them along the way. Despite this, they face a tough test at the home of the world champions. I think it will be a test too far, as I see the Saints winning this playoff eliminator very comfortably and progressing to the semi-final. It's at the semi-final stage of the playoffs that we see the 2 best teams from this year's Super League, which are this year the Wigan Warriors and the Catalan Dragons. Challenge Cup semi-finalists and winners of the League Leader Shield, Wigan Warriors are in my opinion the heavy favourites in these playoffs. A run of 9 consecutive wins saw them fly up the table at the end of the season and clinch the League Leader Shield in the last round of the season. In terms of firepower, They have one of the two leading try scorers in Super League in Abbas Miski. In Bevan French and Jay Field, Wigan have two of the most talented players in the league, whose skill and flair can create a try from any situation. Bevan French made the Super League Dream Team, along with Warriors teammates Jake Wardle and Liam Farrell. Should the Leigh Leopards beat Hull KR, they will play Wigan Warriors in the semi-final. However, should Warrington Wolves spring surprise away at St Helens, it will be them who will play the Wigan Warriors. Catalan spent a lot of the season at the top of Super League, but a couple of late season defeats, coupled with Wigan's relentless winning streak, means the Dragons have to settle as second after missing out on top spot in the last round of the season. We're already planning a video on Catalan Dragons, who are a unique club in that instead of being located on the M62 corridor, as most Super League teams are, they aren't even in England. They are based in Perpignan, which is in the south of France, meaning that any team that has to travel there in the semi-finals will have a long way to go. In terms of firepower, they have the other top try scorer in Super League in 2023, in Tom Johnston, and have other impressive players like Adam Kieran, Mike McMeekan, and Mickey McAlorum. In Sam Tompkins, they have one of Super League's all-time greats. With his retirement coming up this summer, he would like to finish on a high, and what better ways to do it than with a grand final win at Old Trafford. Catalan Dragons know their opponent will be St Helens should they beat the Warrington Wolves, or should the Warrington Wolves win, it will be the winner of the Hull KR and the Leopards game. However, with the predictions I've made so far, their opponents would be St Helens. In terms of my predictions for the semi-finals, I think the top two from Super League will make the grand final. St Helens travel to Perpignan to take on the Catalan Dragons, and even though you never write off the Saints, I think the firepower of the Catalan Dragons will be too much for the Saints to handle on a Friday night in Perpignan. The other semi-final, meanwhile, will be a battle of the borough between Wigan versus Leigh, a fiercely fought battle which has been all season. I think Wigan will come out on top as they have in the 3 previous meetings this season, and the fairy tale Leigh season will come to an end. Therefore, I think the grand final on Saturday the 14th of October will be the Catalan Dragons versus the Wigan Warriors. Should my predictions be correct, the two teams heading into the grand final will have differing amounts of experience. The Catalan Dragons have been to the grand final once in 2021, losing 12-10 to the Saints. Wigan Warriors, meanwhile, have been to the grand final 11 times, 10 times at Old Trafford, winning 5 and being runners-up a further 6 times. They've got the experience, and although I'd love to see a new team win the grand final, there has only been 4 in St Helens, Leeds Rhinos, Wigan Warriors and the Bradford Bulls. I can only really see Wigan Warriors winning this game with not only the experience that they've got, but with the class they've got. I therefore think the winners of Super League in 2023 will be the Wigan Warriors. We have now come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe and leave a comment to let me know who you think will win Super League in 2023. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.